What is going on, guys? I'm back for another PTCGO battle, ranked battle for you guys. Been playing a little bit with Brizzy and Genesect. It's not been going as pretty as I would like it to. So we're gonna hop back onto um, a game with Greninja and Kingdra, since that seems to be the deck that I really like and is I'm pretty good with it. I feel pretty comfortable with it. And right now is about the time of night where you see your more main archetypes. I have the advantage here, so we shall see if we are playing a. My opponent's going first here. If we're playing competitive archetype, and it's not looking like it. We see DCEs, Bianca, Tool Scrapper, Psychic Energy. We'll see. It could be a Virizion Genesect with a Sigilyph, but other than that, I'm not too hopeful. We start with Sigilyph, which is generally really, really good, but I don't think it's going to be relevant here. We'll see, but get to draw another card, and so it is going to be very relevant. We're seeing Plasma, and with the possibility of maybe even a Ho-Oh in it. That's the only reason I could see my opponent having all those energies like that. And he switches, and there's an end, so that's pretty good for me. I didn't really draw much off of it, but yeah, see that? Okay, so this is more of a plasma box. He's got the Snorlax, which is never something I like to see in the active position this quickly in the games. But we should be able to make something out of it. Wow, we have 3 water energy prize. That's not all that great. I really don't want to end my opponent here. He could or could not have drawn anything. I don't know. We're gonna get a Horsey down, which is pretty important. We're also on a level wall for a Froakie. And then just beach out of it. So hopefully, I mean, that's a lot to power up right there. And I mean, he does have the plasma Pokemon out that he needs, but he's not swinging for a ton right now. But the number of Team Plama Pokemon is largely irrelevant for my deck, just because I don't hit for very much damage. But it looks like we're going to actually be able to get a. Oh wow, my beach is gone already. Fucker. It looks like we're going to be able to actually get. We're probably going to go for um, the Seadra and the Greninja out this turn is probably what I'm going to go for. That way I can start to Water Shuriken as well as prepare for the Dragon Vortex that's eventually going to KO that Snorlax. It takes a little bit of a process to get around Snorlax. He's one of those kind of harder, or we don't want to do that. It's a little bit harder to get around Snorlax than anything else. Let's see, that's half my water energy, so 38 cards. I think I'm going to discard and just so I can get that Water Shuriken off for sure. It's not ideal, but the Water Shuriken is pretty important right now. And then we're going to go ahead and get Seadra out here just to prepare for when the Snorlax does KO my one and only Sigilyph. And also off this. Oh, we're discarding a Kingdra. Darn it. Less than ideal, but Super Odds in the deck, so that'll be nice. And this is going to be a tough match. I mean, he's got a nice little start, and my start is somewhat abysmal. So I mean, it's not bad. It's just not. It's not what you really want to see here. I think next turn I can knock out that Snorlax without too much retaliation from my opponent. So I think that yeah, we're gonna attach this Sigilyph just to burn a card down. Probably Tool Scrapper as well. I don't see any kind of tool coming out of his deck that's gonna be too relevant, except for well, he's gonna drop another Deoxys at some point. I'm really not saying Tool Scrapper. So oh, darn, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'm gonna put the energy on Sigilyph just so I can make sure that I'm getting this energy next turn, which is right now, to knock out the Snorlax. So I've got 2, that'd be 390. So I have enough energy to knock out this Snorlax, and that's all because I put the energy in on the Sigilyph. So it's really important to look at that stuff when you're playing this kind of deck because it matters. It matters. It matters. It matters. And I could end here, um, but I'm thinking that next turn I'm actually gonna. I know it's kind of a waste of a Skyla, but I'm gonna Skyla for the rare candy and just try this out. Next turn, I'm gonna be able to Professor Letter and rare candy with another Greninja, and then that's gonna be pretty significant. And then I can end. Because what I don't really want to do here is just end when I have good cards for next turn, because I don't need any more in the discard. I have my 3. I'm good to go. That's going to do 60 damage. Wait. It's going to do 60. Oh, so actually I do need another water in the discard. I'm glad I looked at that. So I'm actually going to Professor Letter. I thought I had enough, but I did not. Professor Letter, and unfortunately I have to Ultra Ball both of those. Because I want to save the Super right here. But they're going to get shuffled back into the deck, so that's going to be largely okay. And we'll see if he ends here. He has a lot of incentive to. If not, no big deal, not the end of the world. So this Snorlax is going to go down really early. I actually could have, if I had done my math better, here's a little misplay. I could have put 30 on something. It really, I mean, it's hard to put 30 on something until he actually goes ahead and puts some energy on the Lugias. Because otherwise it's kind of a waste of a water shuriken, a water energy to drop one on the Lugia when there's no energy on it, no damage on either one. It's kind of like, hey, if you put it here, I'm going to attach here, so it's largely pretty wasteful here. But here comes the Sigilif, pretty irrelevant Pokemon to me. I mean, it's going to be a free prize at some point. And so is the Leafeon, because I only have 1 energy on the board, so he can bring that thing up and hit me for 20 as long as he wants. But there's that Deoxys like I was talking about, and still I don't know why he's getting the Energy Crush already. It's completely irrelevant to what is going on in this game and what I'm doing. But here we see the no end here, so excellent. I'm not sure exactly what the game plan is here. I could take another prize, and it's something I'm considering because the same situation comes up with the Lugias. So I think that it's definitely going to be one of those where I just take this Sigilif, get down to 2 prizes. If he brings the Leafeon up, I'll deal with it. And other than that, I think I'm okay here. So anything I really need out of my discard, I'm probably going to Super Rod here just because those are actually 3 Pokemon that I do want in the deck for later on. And I don't know where that water energy came from, but I guess I didn't water shuriken it yet, but I used the ability. How does that work? Faulty programming 101. So now I can't get a knockout on the Sigilif, which I should be entitled to. Except, yep. So that's a bummer. That's not right, I guess. But and it was just a matter of, it was a result of pressing the water shuriken ability button and then clicking somewhere else. So that's pretty unfortunate there, because I really would have liked to take in the Juniper, for instance, because now I'm left with nothing until next turn. So this actually could be a mistake that cost me, not the game, I don't think, at this point, but it could cost me a little bit, but we'll have to see here. But this is definitely a little bit different of a take on a fairly competitive archetype. I don't like the Leafeon in it, to be honest. I think it's probably very good against fairies, but I haven't seen fairies be super prevalent in just tournaments and stuff. I think that I would much rather see him run Glaceon, just because that would give all of his Team Plasma Pokemon free retreat for the most part, except Snorlax. It would give Deoxys free retreat, give Lugia free retreat. It's just such. If you're going to dedicate your deck spot to an Eevee, I think Glaceon and Umbreon are much better than Leafeon. I don't think that's the right deck to be running Leafeon in, and here you're going to see the Leafeon do jack to me. Actually, I don't know what he's actually. Oh my lord! How did he just do that? Oh, he did him for 100. What is this? I'm still trying to figure out where he hit. He hit me for 100 at. Flip a coin of heads, it does 20 more damage. Okay, I see that. You don't have a muscle. Oh, the Deoxys. Gotcha. So, I'm actually getting knocked out next turn. That is unfortunate, as I don't really have a response at the moment. I suppose I could Ultra Ball, get rid of my dowsing machine, get a Kingdra out, Tri-Bullet, knock out the Sigilif, and get a Juniper for next turn, which is unfortunately what's going to happen. I did not see a second attack. I hate losing my dowsing machine. That's really unfortunate, but it's going to be what's going to have to happen here to stay in the game here. I did not remember Leafeon had a second attack, and that was impressive, to say the least. But here, Sigilif's going to go down. And it doesn't really matter which Lugia I put it on. It's going to have to go on one of them. So I'm going to be able to take a Juniper. One of the many beauties of running Town Map. I'd be screwed without that. I wouldn't have the Kingdra. I would have had to go the dowsing machine route, discarding my Ultra Ball to grab probably an in. Would have been the best I could do, to grab an in. So. And we're going to see a red signal here. I don't know what he's going to grab. Probably a Greninja maybe would be pretty smart, but you might not even see the red signal. If I were him, I wouldn't red signal at all. But to each their own. I don't see a point in it, but he's just trying to load up the Team Risk, I guess, for maybe later Genesect knockout. But he's going to lose his Leafeon without taking prizes. That's the main issue here. Maybe. Yeah, he's going to lose his Leafeon, except that is going to be relevant. That Muscle Band. Because of his... Because of the Genesect hitting for 20 if he ever powers it up, which he very well could. And I've got one in the discard pile, so I can actually triple laser this turn to knock that thing out. And then if he gets another red signal, but he wouldn't be able to attack, that would really hurt me. That would hurt me really badly. So I think we're still in an okay position here. Probably going to want the water energy here off of the prizes. I think it's 100 HP, so yeah, definite knockout. I think at this point we put it on a Lugia and put one on a Lugia just to keep stacking it up. Eventually that is going to matter, and then on the Genesect again. Because like I said, that Lugia is now 2 Water Shurikens and a Tri-Bullet away from completely losing that Lugia. And it doesn't even look like he's going to take a knockout this turn. I could be wrong, but okay, that's a big card there. Mr. Mime. That's a card I haven't seen yet since I've been recording, and that card is really, really good against this deck, a deck like this. Because it basically makes my Tri-Bullets hit for 30 to the active, and that's kind of bad. So we'll have to see here. I still think we're in a great position, but to win this game, as long as especially if he doesn't go for a Lugia to power it up, because now he has to take 5 knockouts, unless he does power up Lugia, which is going to be pretty hard for him, unless he, like I said, can get both Kingdras down in one turn. That would really, really hurt me. I can't express how much that would hurt me. But let's see what we can do here. We got 3 in. We could actually knock this Lugia out this turn. I'm going to put the Electrode down first before we do anything. I can kill the Lugia this turn, and I have 11 cards left in deck, so pretty much all my energy would be left in my deck, and that would be a really strong play. I'm going to hold the Juniper, just because I'm discarding 2 of them. I want to draw into a handful of energy in a Greninja next turn. So I think that we're just going to go ahead and take the prizes here. I really don't think it can hurt. I'm going to take the Sigilif off of the prizes too, just in case he gets a double Kingdra, knockout, which I don't know how. I mean, if he would have to have a Pokemon catcher and a heads, but I don't think we're going to magnetic draw. There's nothing I really need here. And that's going to be that. So I'm going to take that and take the water energy, because I can win with 2 more energies after this one and a Greninja. So, like I said, I think we're in a very good spot here. Unless he plays the Pokemon catcher, I think we have this game pretty much wrapped up. And he's going to need the catcher here. If he gets the catcher, that's going to be very big. But I can still win the game next turn with the right set of cards. And it looks like that's going to be it here. And next turn, then my next Greninja is going down. So I could put the Sigilif down, but there's the Greninja. So I really think that off this Juniper, I definitely feel comfortable. We're going to draw the cards to win the game here. Actually, I am going to go for the Eevee. It only has 60 HP, so that's only one we need, and I only need one prize. So that was another misplay on his part. I mean, it's Magnetic Draw and Juniper. And there it is. See, we only drew one, so that actually lost him the game, benching the Eevee, because I would not have been able to knock it out till the next turn. So actually a very relevant play here. You know, it's something you don't always see, especially with things like Greninja and Dusknoir, but that lost him the game right there. It lost him the game that turn. He was probably going to lose anyway, but the game was over that turn because he chose to bench that Eevee because I only drew one water. And that actually surprised me, but it does happen. That is part of it. So, you know, just, you know, the little things, you know, like I said, where you put that damage with Greninja is everything. And it can win and lose you the games. And that's kind of why I was going for the Lugia early game with the Water Shurikens and Tri-Bullets, just because that is the game-breaking card for Plasma. You know, it seems like Snorlax is always the one that you got to take care of first, because that thing will steamroll your entire deck if you don't. But after that, it's really like, you know, it's take care of the Lugias, because they can end the game in 3 turns, and that's really damaging to you. So, yeah, just, you know, it was a good matchup just to see how relevant that benching that Eevee was. I mean, I understand what he was going for, but with the one prize left, it didn't make much sense. But I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you like and subscribe. This is actually a pretty good game. So hopefully I will see you soon with another good video.